Monk mode starts now, and it's the perfect time because it's winter. We got almost 3 months until the end of the year, and for me, for you, or for many others, this is the final push for the year, and we can really maximize this to get the best out of it, right? And I'm starting my own monk mode journey again. I've done it multiple times over the past recent years, and I thought this is another good time, to do it because everything just kind of aligned naturally, and then I'm like, why not? It's time to do it. And the main conclusion that I came into is that in order to really make huge progress, you just need to lock in and focus on one thing. And when you start mixing in too many things, the progress massively slows down, your focus gets massively diminished, and you kind of just lose that momentum. The main reason that I want to do this monk mode is that, number one, I'm going on a road trip in the next couple days, and it's going to be for almost 2 weeks, and it's going to be a great time for me to, experience new things, level up mentally, spiritually, physically. I'm going to be able to document a lot of things I'm going to share with you, and you're going to see a lot of things that, happens within America, and also a lot of the things I'm going to be able to, reflect to you guys so you guys can learn. And another thing is that recently I was just meeting a girl, a couple days ago. I actually know it was last week that I started talking to her, and then things were going really good, and then a couple days ago, 2-3 days ago, just things had to end for certain reasons. And it really just shows how life can move so fast. When you think something great may happen, it may be something may not happen, and or you think some things are wrong or things are bad, you feel like it's gonna end for you, and suddenly you're like, wow, I didn't expect this is amazing. So at the end of the day, our perspective makes a huge difference, and if you're able to get the best out of a certain situation, really learn something from it, and really appreciate the experiences that you went through, I think that's going to help you in the long term. And now that I don't really talk to any girls, I cut off every single woman. And there was this couple videos ago that I actually mentioned that since June I wasn't really talking to any girls. I did go out with 2 girls, but it wasn't anything serious. And this recent one that I was saying, that one that I met last week and things that went a couple days ago, was that she was actually decent. I fuck with her mindset and stuff, but certain things happened and I gotta let go. And this kind of shows that no matter what happens in your life, you cannot break your principles, and certain things that you stay true, no matter who the person is, you gotta stick to it. And that's just life as a man. A lot of warriors in the past, they had to do certain things even if it wasn't the most pleasant thing. They just kind of had to stick to their word, stick to their values, and it is what it is, right? And to be honest, as a man, every time you go through these painful situations, every time you go through these dark moments, you have 2 things. You can either just cry about it, or you can just complain about it. You can say, oh my god, this life is so hard, life is bothering me, or you can just let it affect you negatively, right? Or you can just say, you know what, this shit fucking feels painful, right? You can say, this is bothering me, I'm feeling annoyed, I'm down bad, but you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna transmute this energy to something better. I'm gonna transmute this to elevate myself mentally, spiritually, and physically, and these are opportunities. And remember, in the beginning of the video I said, whenever things are going down bad, or things are going great, every time there's an opportunity for you to learn something new, to expand your consciousness, and really go for what you actually want in your life. And the reason I'm doing monk mode is all of the above, because it really allows you to lock in on everything. And right now I have no distractions. I hate partying, I hate going to clubs. It's never been me. I've been there 2-3 times probably in my life. I'm not a drinker. I rarely drink, maybe once a year at most. I don't really have any vices, you know what I mean? And again, I would say probably girls would be my biggest vice, but again, I just cut off everybody, and it's just me, my goals, and my energy and my time, so that's the reason I'm going on a monk mode. And a lot of people would need this, a lot of people would need to do this. A lot of guys are kind of distracted, and distractions really hold you back. You got to really understand what sacrifice do you want to make. The sacrifice of enjoying a little bit of the distractions right now and giving up your goals, or sacrificing the enjoyment, the pleasure of now for the the gain of later with your goals. So it's a really interesting decision to make, because we always we try to be balanced. We try to say, I want to do a little bit of this, I want to do a little bit of that, but at the end of the day, balance, at least in the beginning stages or in a certain phases of your life, that you gotta really push the needle forward. You gotta really build a huge momentum to make massive progress in within certain things. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're going to school, whether you're a YouTuber, whether you're like, you know, doing, you know, sales, whatever you're doing, you gotta dedicate a certain time. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be a year, it can be 2 years. But until that momentum really starts going, you just gotta go all out. There cannot be no distractions. And every time I made massive progress, I had no distractions. And the moment you give in a little bit of the pleasure, you're like, let me just have a little bit of that apple, you know, bite into the apple, you know, it just, things just start slowing down. And I'm not saying that you should never do it, but there's phases for it, there's times. And at the end of the day, you live once, and you cannot let these opportunities go by, because it just never comes back, you know. Sometimes you look at things and like, wow, that time went by fast, I didn't maximize that, you know. So do you really want to feel that regret? Like, I really want you to imagine, like, do you really want to feel that regret? Because I don't want to feel that. And time goes, you can never get it back. So my question to you is that, do you want to keep wasting it? Do you want to let distractions get the best out of you? So that's the main reason I want to lock in right now. I want to get on my monk mode journey again. And over, you know, past couple of years, you've seen on my channel, like, I've had phases, and it's time to do one of those phases. And I'm really excited for this monk mode, because I'm gonna do a road trip very soon. And when I come back, I got some crazy content ideas with a friend of mine, so you'll see in the near future. But for now, the road trip is gonna be very interesting, and I'm gonna document everything on the road trip. And then another thing I want to say, that is like, the winter arc is here, so make sure to do your best to really maximize it, maximize your experience. Really plan, have like a strategy to end the year strongly, and position yourself the right way for 2025. And this was my message for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And listen, if you're into fitness, and if you want to gain muscle, and you really need help with that, you want to build a strong masculine frame, you want to get jacked, DM me Start on Instagram, and I can personally help you with that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.